The reality of Pakistan is well known for me, even before coming for this first visit here to Pakistan, because there are more than 100,000 Pakistanis that live in Spain, that contribute to the strength and the well-being and the economy of Spain, and we are very happy to have them there. They are ambassadors of your country in mind, and I imagine that when they come back here to Pakistan, they are also ambassadors of Spain here in Pakistan. We have talked about the GSP Plus scheme, in which Pakistan is by far the main partner for European Union, and the way to improve our economic relationship and to foster export from Pakistan to European Union and from European Union to Pakistan. We discussed also about tourism. Spain is the host country since the 70s, since its creation of the World Tourist Organization, and I had the chance to explain the Minister the new premises that will be the premises of the future of the organization in Madrid, that will be built and finished in the next few years, and which will be investing over 100 million euros. And of course, we discussed the situation of the region, Afghanistan. I will be visiting many of the countries of the region, and Pakistan is the first one. We acknowledge the knowledge, the leverage that Pakistan has on Afghanistan. So we exchanged views, I took advice, and I asked a few questions to the Minister. We both want the same thing: stability for Afghanistan, peace for Afghanistan, no spillover of the crisis to the region. We want humanitarian assistance to reach the people of Afghanistan, and we hope that that will be possible. But in order to do that, conditions must be met as well. On Monday there will be a donor conference. Spain will be attending it, a donor conference on Afghanistan, and we will be engaging funds, doing pledges. Our agency is ready to help the Afghan people. We have been there, close to them for 20 years. We are not going to leave them behind. We want also, and I explained the Minister, we want those Afghan collaborators that work with us, with the different Spanish institutions through all this year, to be able to peacefully leave the country if they wish and come to Spain, as we are ready to do. So that also a very important objective for us. And of course, for Spain, for the European Union, I would say for the international community, the respect of all human rights, it's also something very important of Afghanistan. So we want to work very closely with Pakistan, with the regional partners, to try to make the best of the near future for the Afghan people. Thank you very much, Minister. I hope that this is the beginning of a long dialogue among us, that will be a long dialogue among between our nations. Thank you.
Thank you, Ministers. I believe the Ministers have time for a couple of questions. Please indicate your desire to pose a question and also introduce yourself. Gentleman in the middle.
Naseem Siddiqui from Ab Tak News. Welcome to Pakistan. I would like to ask you that USA and Western countries, they are very much interested in the human rights and women rights in Afghanistan. But when these things are in Kashmir, in the illegally occupied Indian Kashmir, so why Western countries and USA don't ask Modi about the human rights and women rights in Kashmir, please? Thank you.
Well, I can talk on behalf of the Spanish government, and I can assure you that human rights and women's rights are always important for us in any region in the world. In this very moment, there is concern, I cannot hide that, about the situation of women and human rights and freedom of movement of those that have collaborated with us in Afghanistan, and that has been one of the sources of discussion. But for us, human rights is not something divisible. it goes all over the world.
Can we have a question from the back, on the right side?
Thank you, sir. This is Shaukat Paraja from iTelevision, and I have a question for both the excellencies. My question to Honorable Makhdoom Shah Mehmood Qureshi is, when so many people are interacting with you, what is their concern, why they are not able to recognize Afghanistan so far when the ground reality is very clear? And my question to Honorable Visiting Foreign Minister of Spain is, there is a ground reality and there are international aspirations. Why international community is not able to recognize what's on the ground? And how far in the world history the defeated countries, they impose conditions and the victors, they are asked to accept the conditions? Thank you.
Thank you, Paraja Saab. On the question of recognition, the interactions that I've had with my colleagues and what I've deduced from those interactions is that people are not in a hurry. People are watching, they're waiting, they are looking at the unfolding events in Afghanistan, and they are saying, they haven't shut their minds, they have an open mind, but they're saying our decision will be based on your policies and your actions.